Greeting dear ones, I am Merlia. I join you with such joy this day. The portal is remaining open and that is a really big thing from our side of the veil. We applaud you for holding this open, although we know this was difficult for many of you. Yet, you stretched out and opened in many different ways. We know that many of you cannot see the portal is open or understand how you held it open, but you will. The reality is that there's much help coming now. Basically, you've given permission for that help to enter your game, and it will arrive in many different ways. The very first step is to assist the planet, which is in a spiral right at the moment. The Earth's circulation system was spinning like a top, very tightly at one point. Now she's whirling and wobbling all over the place, which is creating massive weather changes. This is the redistribution of water and the wildfires that have become commonplace on the planet. All of these things are related to the jet stream. If the jet stream begins to break up, everything will start changing very rapidly. There's quite a bit of movement, but it's not only with the jet stream. It is also the Gulf Stream, which flows in the Pacific Ocean, and if it breaks down then water will rise very quickly. Fear not, you are on a good path. The Earth herself has decided to make certain changes and these will become evident to you as you go forward. The reality is that she has the capabilities of supporting all 8 billion souls at this moment, but that is not yet happening. Sometimes you are actually using so many more resources than she can produce, and you've even calculated this to determine which countries use most of the energy. The reality is you've changed a lot and she is also getting help from some of the originators of the game on planet Earth. There is good news, your entire game moved here. You brought all of your energies to Earth and started incarnating on this incredible planet. You've had 10,000 years of an undisturbed energy field to grow, evolve, and do all the things that you wanted to. The Holocene was 10,000 years of steady temperatures that varied less than 1 degree in either direction. But you skyrocketed from the very beginning of the Industrial Revolution, which changed everything. And yet, with the Earth adjusting and shifting, it is entirely possible that she can still host the game of humanity on planet Earth. She is doing everything in her power to reset her energy and now she also has help. That's why we had 2 days of a focused energy on planet Earth to open up our hearts and try to connect with her, a living sentient breathing. Earth has decided to evolve and she's trying to do it very quickly to catch up to the weight of the planet, the weight of humanity. Anything you can do to ease your weight on the planet, to open your heart and connect with her openly, makes a difference. Even simply enjoying the beauty of nature or opening your heart to become a vortex master. Take charge and guard these beautiful vortices that are opening up in so many different places. This is good news, dear ones, and a beautiful opportunity to see this next level of humanity flourishing on this planet. So, hold that vision. Yes, we know you're seeing all the problems right now. You're seeing the storms, wildfires, flooding, and all the ways that nature is overwhelming humanity. Although that is happening, this can slow down and there are actually several things that can happen at this point. Keep an eye on the jet stream and the Gulf Stream, for as long as they are still in motion there is great hope. It's incredibly important that the streams continue moving and circulating the energy of Earth to the North and South poles. If that slows down, the planet will start to move into a mini ice age rather quickly. Even though it's changing a lot of your weather patterns, bringing cold to places that should be hot and wet to places that should be dry, these changes are now starting to be harnessed in a positive way. So, dear ones, there are good things that are taking place right now. Your part is about celebrating Mother Earth and connecting with her in whatever way you can. Maybe it's taking a walk in the woods to pick up trash or planting a tree in your backyard. Do whatever you can do to honor her. Little green men, some have considered inhabiting Mars. Even though that would work for some, it's not truly the future of humanity because with your current technology it is simply too far away. But you were actually on Mars before Earth. In fact, that's where you first began the journey of what you now call humanity. There are many exoplanets being discovered right now, and your search is filled with new ones. When you find these exoplanets, you will also eventually find life, and it will be quite different than what you are expecting. There are so many life-supporting planets and, of course, many variations of beings you are not familiar with. We define it as many of the same things that you already have on Earth, which you don't actually refer to as life. Many of you are sitting, standing, or being supported by concrete at this very moment. You think of it as an inanimate object. However, the stones and cement that make it possibly came from the earth and are still very much a part of her. Those stones inside the concrete still carry the heart of the sentient being you call Mother Earth. It may surprise you to hear that the earth loves being reshaped into humanity's reality. She loves that you have used her branches for shelter and your sacred spaces, for in this way she integrates more fully with you. Now that you know that there are all those stones in the concrete slab you are standing on, what would it be like to talk to them? What could they tell you? Observer talks to them all of the time, the same way he can talk to the microbiome in your intestinal tract. They are a form of life that you are just beginning to understand, and they inhabit many places throughout the universe. You also have other places that affect evolution in different ways. For example, planets closer to their suns have significant amounts of gravity because of their size. So, those different factors provide a slightly different experience. The same is true with your energetics. Multidimensionality. There are beings who can move multidimensionally. You've seen them as your space brothers in many different ways. The open portal has now welcomed them, especially the 8 original races that helped form planet Earth. 6 of these are the parental races of humanity, and they're dealing directly with the planet at this point. You're still waiting for them to make official contact. It's as if you're waiting for them to hold a live press conference announcing their arrival and intentions, while they're standing next to their spaceships that just landed. Well, that's probably not going to happen. It would take way too much energy to do that. Besides, there is so much fear on planet Earth right now. With this portal you have held open the heart of planet Earth. That's why we ask you, how much love can you hold? In holding that love, you've opened up all the opportunities for these beings to start assisting the planet with her adjustments. At first, you'll see that Earth is experiencing fewer and less intense difficulties. You'll notice that some of the places that have been extremely hot are no longer quite as hot as they once were. Although you'll see the overall temperature of planet Earth continue to rise, if it slows down that would be a very good sign. The idea is to keep the pendulum from swinging so violently between extremes. Claim your power, work with your heart to connect with who you truly are, then claim that power with planet Earth. That can have a significant effect on planet Earth and on all of humanity. These are wonderful times to be here, and your place on this planet has been carefully reserved for a very long time. Welcome home, dear ones. You are the highest of angels here to make this transition, and we're speaking to many of them right now. And with that I'll leave you for the time being. The Keeper of Time will tell you more about the open portal and some of its properties. Enjoy the journey, dear ones. We watch as the feminine continues to rise on this planet. It's rising slowly, which is actually a good thing, for that is how it moves throughout all of humanity very cleanly. Welcome it, bring it in. Know that the feminine carries tremendous strength for everything that you're doing. It's with the greatest of honor that we ask you to treat each other with respect. Nurture one another at every opportunity and play well together as you create this beautiful new game. Ispevo, dear ones. I am Merlia, the feminine form of Merlin. Come up and see me sometime.